still, feel the blue raindrops fall, the flowing mystery, the silence sings to me. Be still, hear the silence.
Welcome, everyone. Yay. It is day 7 of our 10-day challenge, or we can look at it as week 2, because we definitely had a weekend in between there. So, welcome back. It's great to have you all here. I was looking at all your beautiful faces as you were signing in. So, go ahead and turn on your video. And even if you don't leave it on for the full 30 minutes, that way we can just briefly connect. This is a higher vibrational community, and we all need that now. I know I do. So I look forward to the meditation challenge every day and seeing you all. So I'm just going to go through and welcome you here. So, hello, Anna, Iris, good to see you. Hello, Jen and Mary, Alan, Hal, Leah. Hello, Christy, Gretchen, Dennis, Diane, Kathy, Art, and John and Johanne. Nice. What a rhythmic name. That's beautiful. Hello, Janice. Good to see you. Hello, Claude. I've got John and Janice and Alan and Siglinde. Hello, hun. Hello, Sharon and Anne. Hello, owner's iPhone. Hello, owner's iPhone. Hello, Joanne, Lorianne, Lee, Eloisa, Shirley, Patrick, BJ. Good to see you again, hun. David, Peter, Yvette, Meredith, Sam, Amalia, and Sarah. Miss Chapman, good to have you back with us. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Master Campbell.
Okay, well, good morning and good afternoon. So we are on day 7, but it's really day now. And we can call it day now. We can also call it day momentum, because part of your mastery and part of your journey is to develop momentum. And when you start to develop momentum, everything gets easier. And hey, there's momentum going up and there's momentum going down. And well, it's easy to create momentum going down. That doesn't even require that much effort. However, it's called gravity. Easier to jump off the mountain than climb up the mountain. But this ascending momentum that you start to get with this training is very, very powerful. And I'm reading more and more comments. I love your comments in the portal. Super, super cool. Keep writing them. I keep reading them. And I just like listening to the transformation, and also sometimes some of the details of the transformation, or even your words that you use. We're going to do this again in a moment. That seems to be working very well. We're going to pick one word and put that word in your head and plant that word in your head. And words are powerful, and what you loop in your head is very powerful. That has a tremendous thing to do with your state, with your with your emotions. I was asked yesterday, I had a conversation. I won't say who he is, but he's a longtime producer in the music industry. And he's been involved in a lot of the music that you've listened to over the years, some really hugely, wildly successful stuff. And he had asked me about process. And he was just asking me about the process, and also how I'm able to produce so much music. And also, I was helping him with some of his scheduling and some of his day, and a lot of that. And he said something real interesting. Well, he just said, how do you get so much done in a day? And I don't look at it. A lot of times I don't get necessarily a lot done in a day. Maybe it seems from the outside world, but from my view, not really. But I said one of the keys is how you begin and how you start. How you start your process. And when you can start your day with some type of stillness, you can start your day without one of these, looking at this and checking messages the first time or whatever, or getting that type of turbidity. When you can just start it being calm, and you do some type of sitting practice, and if you can do some type of moving practice, some type of standing practice, even if it takes you 10 minutes. We have a course, sit, stand, move. It's 15-minute course, 5 minutes of sitting, 5 minutes of standing, and 5 minutes of moving. And that was the whole point of it, that you can or you can even break them up if you can't do them all at once. But when you can start that and start the day with a clear head, it's amazing how everything else rolls from that. as opposed to starting the day how most people do, like with turbidity, starting it on your phone, because the phone creates turbidity. And it's nothing wrong with the phone. I use my phone too, but you just have to be careful about it, about the this that it creates in between the ears. And so when you first wake up, some type of this, even if you just do the sitting meditation for one song, it's amazing the momentum that starts to bring. But keep continuing the comments. And I know, Giuliana, I think you're going to open up meditation mastery. I think we've already had a few people either enroll or get in the waiting list. I don't really have my thumb on the pulse of this. So
Yeah, the course is
meditating,
open. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, is it open now? The
Yeah,
course?
it's open now. And I was, some of my decision, was, do I go ahead and put it into the portal for everyone to look at? So that's, some of those details on just how y'all access and look at that opportunity for your process yourself. So I'll probably put it on the dashboard so that you can just easily find it, and there'll be a clickable link that you
Okay,
can go
well, the
investigate.
continuation after this is the meditation mastery, where we go deep. We do. I mean, really, we take this. This is the foundation, and then we go deeper, and we go deeper with a whole new set of movements. There's live. We do the live calls or live classes. Master Leone does a class as well, and that's the meditation mastery. And then where that leads into the restoration program, where we take it another step deeper. And in restoration, we start to go deep into this and into this book. And it's a journey, and it's a journey around the sun, because we break the year up into 5 seasons. I know, not 4, it's 5 seasons based on the 5 elements, and each element has its own protocol and its own training. Then from there, that takes you 1 to 2 years to go through, 1 to 2 journeys to go through that. And there's also certification programs for those of you that want to teach. And then after that, there is the longevity course. And that's how many years, Giuliana? 2 to 3 years?
Well,
The longevity?
that course really gets into, like, how do you treat yourself, learning, Oriental medicine and the points, and just different things that you can do to take care of yourself and understand the machine that you live in. First, the restorative program kind of, really fixes up the body and the vessel that we live in. And then the longevity program gets into how to maintain it, how to care for it, where are the energy points, how can you do acupressure, those kinds of things. And that's a 3-year program. And then
Okay.
there's the cultivation program, where we get deep. Now that we've got your body taken care of and you know how to take care of the machine you live in, now the cultivation program goes deep, deep, deep into the spiritual, the shun practices.
You can see why we've had members with this for 2 decades and longer, because it's a very, very old and very, very deep practice, because ultimately the study is what you're studying.
Yeah.
And these are all tools that have been developed over thousands of years to do it. And our contribution is we put it in one like nice box, basically, and we stacked it, stacked the courses on top of each other. That took a long time, took over 2 decades, maybe 3 decades to put it together, maybe longer. It's all kind of a blur. I mean, Master Leone started this, and he started compiling all of this, and really did an amazing job of taking a very complex subject and making it accessible. So you don't have to spend 50 years in a monastery to get it. Actually, now you're getting it on Zoom. It's kind of ridiculous. You don't even have to leave your house.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous about that. I mean, there used to be, you'd have to earn it. You'd have to go do something to, show your sincerity. And there's time you'd have to, sleep in the master's floor for 3 years and clean and show that you were sincere. Then you'd learn a little piece. Well, that's kind of been smashed open with, technology and openness, but that's okay though. That's part of the collective enlightenment. And it's also, we've westernized it, because it can only go so far in the West, like it was taught in the East, where you have to shave your head and join a monastery and, bow before your master and all that stuff and subjugate yourself. I mean, it's just a different culture. So we've completely opened it up, and we could say Americanized it or westernized it so that it was more accessible. And that's what one of my teachers actually said. He said, "You Americanize this." He says, "I'm teaching this to you, but how to bring it to the American public, I have no idea. So Americanize this, translate it, do whatever it is that you need to do." Even back then, I didn't know that I was going to score it. I was going to write it.
Yeah, right.
That wasn't even in the cards back then because that was a long time ago. So, okay, that being said, let's get to work.
Yay.
How is the volume with my voice and the music? Is it okay?
Just pull your microphone a little closer to your mouth. I think you'll be good.
Okay. Is that any better? Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound beautiful. Yes,
There we go.
beautiful.
Okay. Get comfortable. So your shoulders relaxed and bring your back straight. Eyes closed. A little inner smile. Tongue touches the roof of your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale nose. Exhale through the mouth. Drop your tongue. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Now inhale 1 bell. Exhale 2 bells. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale 2 bells. Inhale. Exhale. In. Hold for 1. Exhale. And then here, squeeze your lower abdomen. Don't breathe in. Inhale. A hold for 2. Exhale for 2. And then squeeze your lower abdomen. Don't breathe in. Inhale. Hold. Exhale 2. Squeeze and hold. Inhale. Hold for 3. Nice and relaxed. Exhale. Hold. Keep holding. Last one. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Squeeze. Hold. Big breath in. Exhale. Should be your favorite breath of the day so far. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. And let's stand. Okay. Feet, double hips distance apart. Wiggle your toes. So get into your body. Palms open. Lift and inhale. Exhale. In. In. Okay, start with the feet. Big toe presses. Heels come slightly off the ground when you come up. So big toe, lift your heel. And come down, press down on your fourth toe. Inhale, lift a cloud. Exhale, down. Middle finger lifts. Fourth finger presses. Big toe, middle finger. Fourth toe, fourth finger. Inhale. Exhale. In. Lift a cloud, reach up and out and down. Inner smile, tongue touches the roof of your mouth. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Come to the side and post. Feel your hip, knee, and ankle. And then switch. Other side, other post. And again, just feel it for a moment. Then we're going to go to the bell. Inhale. Exhale. Press off this heel to this ball of the foot. Now this heel to this ball. And you get the figure eight going. Add the hands. Inhale. Exhale. In and notice how the torso makes the arms move. So I'm pressing this heel. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and it's day 7. Let's add the eyes. Eyes follow your hand. Eyes follow. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, lift. Exhale. Okay. Standing. Feet 1.5 hips distance apart. Right hand on top. Left hand underneath. Reaching. Okay, here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Sit down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So when you inhale, press with your palms. And as you exhale, just sink down another inch. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in. And push heat down. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. That makes you so strong doing that. We do 60 seconds. We usually do 5 breaths, sometimes 6 breaths. Okay, so back to the first movement. Actually here, center. We're gonna put the first 2 movements together like a song. Palms open. Inhale. Exhale. This hand's gonna move first. Inhale. Exhale. And then gather, lift. Exhale. In. Inhale. And press off this heel. And come back to center. We gather and lift. Up and out. And then drop. Inhale up. 4th finger, 4th toe. Press on this heel. Press. And press on the other heel. Inhale up. Exhale down. In. Exhale. Big toe, 3rd finger. 4th toe, 4th finger. Press on this heel. Palm comes out. Press on this heel. Inhale up. Exhale. In. And then find the grace. You can even add the eyes. Eyes. Follow your hand. Eyes follow the hand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In and finish. Big breath in. Exhale. Okay, good. Just take a moment after doing that. Do you have more life in your hands? So we didn't do a whole lot of handwork, and meditation mastery we do, and we pump all the chi and all the blood into your hands. But even now, if your hands are starting to feel warm and your feet are starting to feel warm, you're really getting it, because we're moving the circulation, we're moving the chi, we're moving the blood. And especially we go deeper in this in restoration. Moist mouth, warm hands. So like pink hands, wet mouth. And that's one of the signs of vitality. It's like a baby, how their mouths are always wet, filled with fluids. Same idea. Okay, let's sit and do some meditation, sitting meditation. We've been doing meditation all morning. Okay. Get your body comfortable. Eyes closed. Inner smile, tongue touches the roof of your mouth. And set an intention, the word that I was talking about earlier. Allow, gratitude, love, create, connect, relax, which is kind of allow. But whatever word vibrates with you right now, focus on it, say the word. Now connect to the breath. Inhale, exhale. Continue that breath or slower. I wonder what my next thought will be. slowly open your eyes. Big breath in. Exhale. Let's do one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and right where you're at, stand, and you see yourself day 7. So this will be whatever 7 times 24 is, 168. So you're now meditating 168 hours a day. Okay, and come back in, have a seat. Wow, you are so disciplined. So when someone asks you, how do you meditate 168 hours a day? Say, I'm just really disciplined. I wake up really early, go to bed late at night, and I just get everything done. You can tell them that. Okay, awesome work.
Which is
Bravo.
awesome. Yeah, well done, everyone. If you'd like to unmute and we can celebrate together, I do.
Yeah, and then if you have some questions, I have a few minutes. I can take a couple questions, and then I have to run. So if you have any, shoot them in here. Wow, I can actually hear everybody. Good job. Can we unmute?
Yay, yeah, you can. Well done, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You, Best
You're
Chair.
welcome, John. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Galina.
welcome. Hey, Meredith, you and John are in different places.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
there's always the chaos of everyone on mute. I was reading about a lot of comics have gone to Zoom, which is weird, but they're doing it on Zoom, and they have the problem of, when everyone's unmuted, at least you can get laughter. But when everyone's unmuted, it's also chaos. So I'm glad it's not my problem how to do a comic show on Zoom, because comedy is tough without audience laughter. So
Yeah.
so funny.
Okay, so I'm going to mute
funny
everyone,
stuff.
and Master Campbell, it will also mute you. So just to let you know, so you can unmute. Oh, and Master Campbell and everybody else here, I don't know, I just want to celebrate a win. Beverly commented on she just is able to do the replay. Like most of you, we have hundreds of people that are only able to do the replay. And she said that she was finally able to stay down the whole time for the sitting in the chair, the horse stance. So when Beverly, you're watching the replay, I just want to know that I want you to know we're celebrating that, because also too, who else here has, slowly as they've gone through the challenge, now they can stay longer down in the horse stance? Who has had that experience?
Yeah, look at that. I see a lot of
some
hands.
hands popping up. Yeah. So we're celebrating that too. Beverly was the inspiration for us to ask, but it sure is huge win.
Yeah, and that does a bunch of things. It trains, obviously there's a strength component because you can feel the strength going on. So you get very, very strong. And it's different than a weightlifting leg press type of strength, because I have trained many professional athletes and professional bodybuilders that can leg press my truck.
Right.
60
Yeah,
seconds
I can think of some. Yeah.
You can think of a few of them. But 60 seconds is hard. They're shaking just like you're shaking in that. So it's a different type of strength, because one of the things, it also works the nervous system, and intention, the ability to focus on something and intend, runs through your nervous system. So what that does is think amplitude or volume. It cranks up the volume control. The other thing it does is it trains your body to stay calm and to breathe under pressure. Because that's a form of pressure when you're in that. Because, okay, I'll let you in on a little secret. I've been doing that movement for well over 30 years. I still don't like it. Okay, right? Just don't tell anyone that. I've probably said that. You might have heard me say this before, so I'm joking when I say that. I don't like it, but who cares if I like it? I do it. I like the results. I like the benefit of doing it. I don't necessarily like doing it, but okay, how many things in your life, part of mastery and part of building anything in your life, sometimes you have to do things you don't like to get to something you like. That's a message maybe the younger generation needs to hear. Probably every older generation thinks the younger generation needs to hear it. So, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But the point is, that's a very, very powerful. If you just do 1 minute a day, we build up to 3 minutes. And in meditation mastery, we take that to another level. We take the horse stance. We do a whole different thing with it. And then ultimately that's, on your own, when you don't need to go more than 3 minutes. But I'll tell you, in our martial art program, we've had 12-year-olds hold that for 20 minutes. No joke. That's what they need to do to get a black belt, 20 minutes. Anyone know a 12-year-old that would be better off holding that stance for 20 minutes? Who wouldn't be better off holding that stance for 20 minutes? So that's a powerful, powerful discipline. So, okay, so what do we have? Leah. So our feet when standing, are they supposed to be in natural position? No, the feet are straight. You know what sometimes happens based on my camera angle? I've watched the video sometimes, and sometimes my feet might look out. It's a funny thing with camera angles and feet because they're really not. When I look down, it is. So, but here's the feet need to be straight. So if you look at the outside are straight when you're doing the standing. Right, Anna, you're the iPhone owner. That's okay. That's funny.
That's great.
Okay, who is it? Who's Nerl? NRL. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe there's a typo. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, got a work meeting notification at the time of the meditation, but bring with you more stillness.
Yes.
Even a dollop.
Which is great that, she can
Yeah.
now go into or he or she can now go into the meeting with more stillness because that makes a huge difference on productivity.
Yeah, it really does. And okay, Christy, this is actually profound. And Christy, I love this part of my day. I had the giggles here today. It felt great. I feel like I'm coming back to the old silly me, which means I'm letting go of all I've been holding on to in the past years. Okay, that's profound. And there's a few things. The giggling silly, that's so healthy. That's so healthy for your chemistry. That's fountain of youth energy. That's, go see a doctor that wants to shoot you full of fountain of youth drugs. Not saying good or bad with that, but there's a whole industry of that. The other thing you could do is giggle a lot and be silly. That's another way to get there. Now, I know it's a little different, but that youthful, almost,
Playful,
playful,
naive,
youthful, young girl,
wood phase of life.
giggling, it feels good. And the chemistry in that feels good. And your body feels good. And what that releases feels good. And releasing on to stuff that you hold on to. Because I've made this analogy before. So, right? I do this with the Buddha. And I hold on to this. Okay, is the Buddha heavy? Not really. It's not heavy. In an hour, will it be? Yeah. Tomorrow, if I did this for 24 hours, would this be heavy? It'd be really heavy. So what's the difference? Did the weight of the Buddha change? No. The only thing that changed is I was holding on to it for longer. And so sometimes you have something small can turn into something big. And when you can purge, and sometimes wouldn't it be easy if it was just all you had to do is say, hey, let go of that memory. Oh, I just let go of that. That's all I have to do. Great. And I let go of it. Wouldn't it be nice if it was that simple? Sometimes it's not, unfortunately. So you have whatever it is holding on to. There's the story, then there's the energy. The story goes like this, blah, 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 blah. That's your story. See, I know your story. I know everything about you. But the energy is whatever the energy is, and it goes in there, right? Everyone's had a situation where you were nervous or worried about something and you almost felt sick in your stomach. You almost felt it. Or shock in the heart or whatever, but wherever it goes to where it goes. And then the energy doesn't care about the story. The energy is there. So sometimes the breathing we get into in meditation mastery, some of the twisting, the movements of twisting and the breathing, you're wringing this out like a dish rag, like that. And you start to purge. And then the energy goes away. Oh, the story. Okay. Oh, that was the story. Oh, yeah, that happened. Right. I forgot about that. Huh. And sometimes it dissolves. Like that's the process. And probably, Christy, something like that is happening. I'm doing flyover here, but that you start to let go because the energy. And this is energy work. Zen Wellness is energy work. But we're just big bags of energy. And even everything you can touch, see, and feel, that's still energy. There's energy in that. Matter, That's even like the matter, consciousness, and energy. And so that's the powerful process of breath, movement, and intention. So Christy, bravo.
Yeah,
Keep
well
doing it.
done.
Keep doing it. And everyone else. See, I love these success stories
Yeah.
because there's also, there's a lot of quiet success stories as well. So I know you're not the only one that's going through that. So I know I'm speaking to a lot of you. And also share these stories because that inspires. Like a little dollop of what you do might inspire someone else. And oh, wow, I was inspired by that. Yeah, I've been kind of heavy and I haven't been laughing that much. My God, I haven't even been that playful. What am I doing? Okay, let's just do some breathing. Let's just do some meditation. Let's go watch a stupid movie. And I'm just going to laugh at a stupid movie it's a stupid, funny movie, whatever. I'm just using that as an example, but that's powerful because you can inspire other people like this. Okay,
Yeah.
Janice, when I began last week, I had a lot of pain in my ankle from an old injury. I wondered if I'd be able to do this. Now the pain is diminished significantly.
Yes, that's awesome, Janice. And I do want to let you know, Janice, that is like the number one common thing that we hear from all of our students. If there's a little thing here or a little thing there that's always just kind of been nagging at you, not big enough to, really do anything with, it does go away within, it's like 5 or 6 classes, 5 or 6 sessions of training. So that is just hugely powerful.
I'm really impressed.
I'm also curious if anybody else on the challenge that still has their video up has had that same experience.
Well, and also
things moving
that
away.
much, in meditation mastery, we do more. We do throw a ball. We do some of this other stuff. So just even that pressing and some of that rooting. And what we're also doing, we're pumping life because there's an old saying, death begins in the big toe. Why the big toe? It's the farthest away from the center because the energy, the chi, the blood, the intention, everything has to go the furthest. It's like the furthest outpost.
Yeah.
And, so fingertips and toes that's why frostbite, those go first. Your body will happily sacrifice a pinky and a toe to save an organ. It knows that. And so what we have to do is we have to pump life into the extremities, and not just life, but pump mind, pump jing, matter, energy, and consciousness. So the matter is actually doing the movement. This is the chi, pumping the blood. This is the mind. Until this training, how often did you think about your fourth toe? Usually when you stub it is when you think about your fourth toe. When it screams out in pain, that's the only way you're thinking about it. But now we put hey, it's your fourth toe. Love your fourth toe. You only got 10 toes, 10 fingers. Let's give them all. Let's love them all. But that's just not habitual. So now we're pumping life. And if you put mind into your big toe, where did all that energy and chi have to go before it got there? It's kind of like projecting. Okay, so let's say you're angry. Or remember, you have anger type energy running through you, but you think you're angry because you've gone mad, which anger does, and you're angry at another person because here's why: because this person did blah 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 blah, whatever the blah 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 is. Now it can be, there's all types of stories for that, and for this context, it doesn't matter what the story is. You're angry, okay? Where does that anger have to travel through? You. So when you project that, you just have to know that it's going through you. So you're poisoning yourself with that anger. Okay. I don't even say this as a judgment, just as a fact. When you shoot out love, like love, just doesn't, it could be love. You could look at your puppy and just love and project love towards a puppy or whatever it is. Where did that love have to run through? Same thing. So it ran through you. So that's why, these words, gratitude or allow or love or whatever word for you, project it. Project it. And then as you project, you vibrate, and the law of attraction, the vibration that you have brings other things in the same vibration. So if you want more love in your life, for example, project love. Don't wait for love to come to you. I think I said this last week. It's the old man that says to the stove, give me fire, then I'll give you wood, stove. I'm not giving you any wood until you give me fire. What do you think, I'm crazy? You might rip me off. How'd it work out for that guy? So no. You have to go first. And, it'll come back. You project love. It might, for love, for example, it might not come back in the same places you projected. Maybe not. Who knows? but the frequency does. The frequency came back. So great job, Janice. Elosia, it feels harder for me to hold my arms than the legs. Any comments? I think, do you mean when you say hold the legs, hold in a horse stance? Probably just that your legs are stronger. And that's why what we want to do, Alosia, in the meditation mastery, the throw a ball, that's a really good one. 300 times a day. Do that, do that for a couple of weeks. And yeah, that'll strengthen them. Peter,
But
coming as a
one more thing I'd like to add to Eloisa is also, Eloisa, make sure you're not bringing your shoulders up like earrings and then putting your hands out, this way. Keep your shoulders relaxed and press out with relaxed shoulders. See the difference here or here? So you want to be in a relaxed state with that. And then just pressing from the center point of your palms out or from your scapula, your shoulder blade forward. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Master Campbell.
Okay, Peter, as a professional photographer, the lenses on the phone and desktop camera is slightly wide angle, giving the illusion of feet being splayed apart. Yep, you got it. Took a photographer to know that, but that's true as opposed to being here. I have one of the photographers that I work with. He does all my album covers. He said something interesting because he's an old school who used to do film in the dark room and that art that's basically a dying art. Now it's all digital. And he's saying, hey, because I asked him, I said, what do you think about that? Doing that versus some of the newer works. He says, no. He goes, I'm an artist. Doesn't matter the tools. Give me a piece of paper and a pin. I'll poke a hole in it and I'll give you a great photograph. I love that attitude. I love that energy. Like the tools are just the tools, as an artist. And so I kind of adapted. I said, hey, give me 2 rocks and a tape recorder. I'll make a great album. I have all these sophisticated tools, but no. It's not the tools. The tools are great. I love the tools, but it's not the tools. It's the mind. And it's the same thing of the sword. There's the sword train. It's not the sword. It's the mind that wields the sword. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe it's not the arms, but the hands. Interesting. Well, this is very good for the hands. Sometimes, one of the problems with the hands is sometimes you get into inflammation, different like arthritis and some of that with the hands. And so these movements opening, there's also a series of movements where you do this. I do the hand out. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 4, 3 in, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, and you kind of open it.
Right, you've had to learn all the hand qigong, so to speak, because of your piano playing.
Always got to keep them strong. So the power comes from the release of the buildup. What does that mean? Which
I'm not sure when Sam typed that, what we were talking about.
No, it was 9 minutes ago.
It was 9. Yeah, I see Sam.
It's a long time ago. I don't
give
know.
us a little bit of more
ago.
clarity. Yeah, he's going to type in and give us a little bit more,
more
detail there.
Sam, ask us what you mean by that. Graviola, I had some problems listening to the replay. It was freezing. I don't know what happened. If others had the same experience. Thanks for the great job of doing the look at the portal. It's easy to navigate. Was that us? Did it freeze on our end, or was that?
I don't know. It was a day that I was doing the recording, on my own without you. So,
it might have been you. If it was freezing,
me and my.
What that's probably just internet connection that we just get subject to. So, okay, just do the best you can with technology. That's the downside. Sometimes these things freeze, and it's technology. It is what it is. Let's see, Alosia, any reasons for the hands to be one on top of the other? Oh, Bonnie had a freezing too, so it was probably us.
Yeah, I see that.
That had the freezing. Yeah, you know what you do? Okay. This is metal element, and this is fire element. So we're connecting metal and fire. That's what you do. You normally do right on top. Does it work with left on top? Yeah. But I like doing it the right on top in this way. So we have
and that
here.
Because that gets into yin and yang, right?
That's
side
right.
Is yang,
That's right. So
left sided. So it's everything we do has a reason, but you may not have the information to be able to understand what that reason is and why it makes sense. So
It's a lot of there. Okay, Sam, we were talking about the positivity behind letting go, the silly giggling
Right.
feeling back, and how we had to let go years of stuff being on. So you gain the strength and clarity from releasing emotional buildup. Yeah, yeah. And there, see, there's different ways of sometimes it's like fire and water. So sometimes you might experience a big release over a short period of time. Usually that's because there's a buildup, or you're releasing every day. Okay? Your kitchen's messy. You might have to spend, I mean, if it's a giant mess, you might have to spend all day cleaning it. Once it's clean, if you maintain it and clean it as you go, you don't have those big buildups. I don't know, that's the best analogy, but you know, sometimes you can have a buildup and then you let it go. If you can cleanse your emotions every day, it's like squeeze the dish rag every day, you get less of that. And that's not to say, I mean, sometimes there's an event or something happens, or I mean, look, we're all subject to impermanence. So there's a built-in tragedy, and we go much deeper in this in some of our courses of actually, you know, what are you preparing for? Well, there's a twofold gaze here. We take care of the body. We do everything. You take care of your affairs. You develop internal tranquility, Jing, Qi, and Shan. But as one of my teachers used to say, hey, you're going to be dead longer than you're going to be alive. And if you ever read the Tibetan Book of the Dead or the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying, they talk about the most glorious day of your life in preparation for it, which is, of course, what day? It's the day of your death. And you can be certain that, hey, we don't know, you know, it's like you're certain that it's coming and you're certain that you don't know when. And so a lot of this cultivation going back many, many years, and a lot of this meditation is to develop a clarity of mind and just develop a stillness in preparation for your most glorious day. So, okay, little tangent there, but when you know, the emotions, when you can squeeze and release them every day, you know, it's like, and make them more flow through, everything just flows through. Flow through is better. My point about the impermanence is things happen emotionally. And even if you do that every day, you squeeze every day, stuff happens where, whoa, or some type of buildup. And then you have to have some type of release. So emotions are less tangible because there's the emotion, there's the event, then there's the energy, which is the, you know, we can call that the emotion. There's just the energy, but then there's the interpretation of the energy. So it's quite complex.
Exactly.
You can't put this stuff on a spreadsheet. Like it doesn't work. It's not like math. And you also can't logic your way to emotions. Okay, this happens. We see this all the time, and we were just encountered with this of these training programs, like a mindfulness training program, which is good stuff. Because there was this big mindfulness group, and they asked us to come in and basically do what we do here, because they don't do any of it, because it's all talk. It's all talk. And then you sit, and the chi goes into your feet, and you talk. And then you just go sit again, and you eat a sandwich, and then you sit, and you talk about good stuff, like good mindfulness stuff. But the problem is that you can't solve the mind with the mind. You can't do it. Because that would be the police chief is also the criminal. What a great movie. I think there's a lot of movies like that. But the police chief doesn't know the police chief is the criminal. So searching around, where's the criminal? Where's the criminal? You never find it because it's you. That's the mind does that. Well, what's the problems here? Well, you know what? I'm going to be happy when this happens in this sense, and this person behaves this way. And once you behave this way, then I'm going to be happy. And when you behave this way, yeah, right. No, you're not. No, you're not. But first of all, good luck getting everyone to behave the way you want them to behave. But let's just pretend they did behave the way that you wanted them to behave. It's not going to happen. You're not. I mean, there's the joke about the key to happiness is a low standard and a short memory. And there is some truth to that. But the way you solve that is through sit, stand, move. You have to drop this. You have to be in your body. You have to be present. You have to turn off the incessant stream of thinking. Okay, I'm going to have to go here in a moment. What do we have? Sam. No, we got Sam.
Yeah,
And then
Bernadette.
Bernadette, I found myself slightly swaying in the last sitting practice. No, you're good. Sometimes it's the music. Sometimes you want to sway. You want to sway to the music. Okay, we're gonna call it a day. Nice work, everyone.
Awesome.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Good
Y'all
job.
have a beautiful rest of your
Yeah.
day.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Namaste.